She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Energy Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Listen, you made it to another Tuesday. I said you made it to another Tuesday, y'all. And I appreciate you being here with us. Look, tonight's show is going to be phenomenal. I'm telling you, it's going to be phenomenal. I so appreciate you tuning in. You guys know every week we tell our audience, grab your pen, your paper, because there's going to be jewels dropped on tonight. And we know that research shows that when you write things down, you remember them better and more often. So go get your pen and your paper, because we're going to be dropping some gems, but we're also going to be dropping some finance information, family business, why family matters, how you can work well with family. Okay, can we just debunk that myth right quick? That you can work with your family. That is possible. Having a family business is possible. And so the couple that we have tonight is going to grace us with some knowledge, clarity, wisdom, understanding as to who they are and why they do what they do. And then we're going to filter over into how they began their business as a family. In the finance industry at that. Y'all know, look, March, we have made it to March. This is Money March. That's right, Money March. So every week we are bringing specialists, experts to the table to help you guys understand money in all different facets. And this is another level of finance and money that you probably never even thought of before. Woo! Listen, I'm just saying, be open, okay? Be open. So go get your family, go get your babies, okay? Go get your boyfriend, your husband, your significant other, all of that, because we are going to be dropping gems on tonight, okay? We're going to be dropping gems on tonight. Listen, y'all know how we do it. We get it for us. Look, you may just want to be selfish for this month, and that's fine, because look, you're saying, I got to get my money up, Chi. I need some information. I need to figure out other facets of finance other than just a bank account. Yep. What is this crypto stuff? What is this digital currency stuff? What is this NFT stuff? What is all this stuff? And is that the only way? The answer is no. There is another way to finance freedom, to operate in financial wealth. Look, don't shoot the messenger. We bring the experts to y'all. Okay, so like and share, because we've got the experts coming on tonight. So great day to you, Queen. Great day. Look, you already in this thing. That's what I'm talking about. So like and share, tell your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, everybody that the Energy Show is on, baby, because we're going to be bringing some fire on tonight. So without further ado, let me bring up Mr. King, Alton, and Queen Dana Walden the third. No, I gotta say all.
She put the third on it. Third degree.
Hello. That's
good evening, family. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys? King, Queen, how y'all doing?
Blessed.
My brother and sister, okay?
Excellent.
Blessed and highly favored, you know.
Look, I'm still. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm standing with the folk I know. I ain't gonna lie. I'm standing with the folk I know. This brother and sister right here. Okay. Look, I appreciate it. So, guys, thank you so much for joining on tonight.
You're welcome.
You could have been doing anything else. I'm so serious. But because of the relationship and because I so believe in what you guys are doing in the community, you guys are doing nationwide. You guys are doing international. Look, I will be a plum fool, like as my mama say, plum fool. If I was acquainted and knew and friends and love and family. Look, we're family, and I haven't even met you guys for real. But because we've been operating in a capacity, I guess, for maybe at least 2 years, going on 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So working in the same
Like
space.
Billionaire Club. That's what we connect.
That's it. That's it.
We know each other in spirit.
That's it. And look, kindred spirits. So definitely know
That's
each
the most
other.
important thing anyway.
That's it.
Because that's who you really are, is your spirit. As you expound on very eloquently.
Exactly.
Somebody was watching today.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I caught those spiritual jewels. We appreciate that. I tune in, sis. I listen.
Look, I had to have you guys on because y'all are important to me. Y'all don't know.
Oh, praise be your thanks. Thank you.
Y'all are important to me. I so respect what you guys are doing, and people don't understand in this internet world thing. First of all, let me back up. Spirits are transferable.
Yes.
We know that. Okay. For real.
Right.
And when I feel a spirit, an energy just from online, that is bananas to me. And you guys have been consistent in your messaging. You guys have been consistent in what you have been vulnerable in front of the camera on, whether it's with a photo, whether it's you guys sharing videos of special events in your own family that you don't have to share, your process with the different achievements and all of that.
Absolutely.
That speaks volumes. And when I say going on 2 years, if it hasn't already been 2 years, everything that I've seen has been you two together.
Right. And there's one good book that says, "Let your light shine, so men and women may see your good works and glorify, the creator or whatever, people choose to call to the divine."
For real. And you're right on point. You're right on point with that. But, and for me, it's so important for the people to understand that the work that both of you do it together.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have any other way. I wouldn't say anything else would be uncivilized.
I say, oh.
That's what I'm talking. I mean, look, and we are going to have a very honest, organic conversation tonight, because what I need the audience to understand, and I want to just give it up to the Energy Show audience. We have a plethora of people from all different backgrounds, a very diverse group of people who tune in every week. Families look different. Families look different. I'm just gonna say that. But we're here to bring information for people to be better. We don't judge here at the Energy Show. We believe that people are coming to receive information that's going to enhance themselves. And once they get it and they find that confidence, then they can share with other people, and then hope that they get their confidence and they can share with others. It becomes a domino effect. And what I really want the messaging to be on tonight is family. And I meant what I said when I said earlier, since I've been knowing the both of you, you've been doing things together as a family. I have not seen you operate as a separate unit. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. No,
I don't.
It doesn't.
It don't. You've seen. Your eyes have seen the glory.
That's right. There's nothing different off the camera. And off Facebook, we're not a Facebook only couple. What you see on Facebook is what's going on in the back.
That's right. I like to say it's a private love on public display.
Right.
That's what we like to say.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you. We back.
Yeah. We gotta let the people see all of y'all. So then, okay, help the people understand, why have you two chosen to do things together as a family unit? First of all, as a union, right? Because let's be real, a lot of unions out here.
That's
They're
right.
They not doing stuff together though.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're absolutely right.
So help the people
Yes.
understand why did you guys choose to do things together as a union, and then it not just be behind the camera but also in front of the camera. Why did you choose that? Why is a union, why is family so important? Why is it important to be real like that all the way through and through?
You want me to set it up?
Yes, please.
She kept giving me that look. That was a sign. Husband speak.
See, I don't even have to say anything.
Yes, indeed. But as we all know, and we heard it before numerous times, the kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. We believe that the universe commands blessings where there is unity. So we recognize when there is the absence of unity, there's chaos, right? So if there's chaos, then there can't be any order. And if there's no order, then it's chaos. So we recognize that in order for it to actually work, we have to work together. And I do love the acronym team. Together, everyone accomplishes more. To me, it's not just a cliche. It's what my wife and I live by every day. And literally, we live by that every day because we have an e-commerce business. We're in life insurance. We're in real estate. Okay. We're in the freight transportation business. So she and I, we work together on a daily basis. Okay. Yes. Family every day. And no, we do not kill each other.
24/7, 24
because
days,
we respect
hours, 7 days.
We respect each other's gift. We understand that just like a basketball team or a football team, in order for the championship to be won, everybody has to do their part. Everybody has to do their part. I've never seen, unless it's tennis, marriage is not a tennis structure, which that is an individual sport. This is a team construct. And that is the only way. That's the way it was created, for it to be togetherness, for it to be one, right? So when you're outside of that, it's out of order. And so that's the reason why a lot of families are in complete, utter chaos, because they're not on one accord.
And I'm also going to add, prior to me meeting my husband, I was single for about 7 years. So I had a lot of time, with myself, knowing what it is that I wanted, knowing, what it is that I wanted in a husband. So when he arrived, I saw it, and I knew it when I saw it. So with that being said, what we had at the beginning meshed together. Even when we came together in the house, I was missing a end table and a what do you call it? The side tables that go with the furniture. When he moved in, he bought those things. I had a couch, he didn't. He had side tables, I didn't. I had side tables and missing lamps. He bought the lamps. Meaning our relationship and us, we just came together like hand in glove. We like clicked. So ever since then, we knew that what we were doing had to be together. We knew that it worked. We knew that the pieces that were missing, he had, and the pieces that I'm missing, that he was missing, I had. And so when we came together, it was a force to be reckoned with. It was like fuel in a rocket ship. You see what I'm saying? It came together as atomic, and we don't know how everybody else is doing their relationship and things like that. We know that we came together and we were joined together to be as one, to pursue all of these opportunities and all of these extra things that we're doing in our lives. We're doing it together.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, look. Thank you for tuning into the Inner Cheese Show. Listen, I'm your host, Cheese Smith. We already dropping gems. If you haven't grabbed your pencil, your pen, your pad, go run and get it real quick and come right back. Okay? Listen, because Sister just said, Dana just dropped some gems on us. Brother Alton just dropped some gems on us. I gotta say this. You said, Brother Alton, you said respecting gifts.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We helping people. That's what we do every week. That's what we do every week. And look, this is not by happenstance. Look, you said a mouthful with that. I wrote down a couple more things, but that was the first thing I wrote down: respecting each other's gifts, because
That's right.
it says there are many members but one body.
Yes. Absolutely.
So my fingers cannot do what the ear is responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
The fingers, the phalanges in the healthcare world and the science, its responsibility is to touch, the ears to hear.
That's right.
So the phalanges got to have some mad respect for the ears, because it cannot do.
That's right.
Why do you guys think we are not looking to understand each individual's gift so that we can operate in our respective roles, so that we can be that unit? Why do you think we're missing that piece?
Sure. Go ahead, baby.
Some of it is ego. Some of it is the fact that we were taught some things and the ways that things should be, that this person is supposed to be on the bottom of this person, and this person shouldn't have any say, or this one belongs barefoot and pregnant, and this one is not supposed to have any emotion, and et cetera, et cetera. I think things in our society and some internal things are what's hindering us.
And as my queen stated, she touched on upbringing. My wife and I were taught right, you see, and family is what creates community, and the community creates the nation. And that's why it's so important for the family structure, because as we can see, when you have a dysfunctional family, you have a dysfunctional community, and you have a dysfunctional nation. And that nation is weak because the family is weak. So it's imperative that we have strong parents, because the parents are the first teacher. It's not the school teacher.
Right.
Parents are the first teacher. We're supposed to educate our children, right? We're supposed to teach them economics. We're supposed to teach them their history. We're supposed to teach them morality. We're supposed to teach them order. And so that's the reason why we see the lack of structure amongst our people, due to the reasons I before said.
Listen, okay, let Chi keep it together. Listen, let Chi keep it together, because
All praises, we give thanks.
Because we share a lot of the same foundation and same principles, hence why we're here today sharing this platform. I'm a believer that if we didn't, we wouldn't be here together today. Seriously. And so with that, I have to remember and remind our audience, or let our audience know, at one point, you and I were on a platform together via Clubhouse.
That's right.
With the great brother Timothy Montgomery. And regarding what you just mentioned regarding family creates a community. And I have shared with the Inner Chief family. At one point in life, I was a single mother before I met my king, celebrating 16 years.
Oh,
16 years together, 13 married. But prior to meeting him, and I shared this on the platform, that, when we were growing up, you had the different community leaders who sought out the different homes in the community who were lacking whatever, whether they were lacking food, whether they were lacking finances, because of the type of job they had, whether they were lacking a mother in the household, a father in the household, whatever the case may have been. It wasn't like what it is today, where people are reluctant to share information because they feel like folks are all in their business, but people really cared about the community and they were looking to fill the void. And I remember on this platform that Brother Alton and I were on, that I shared that I literally was seeking out in my community when I had my son, because I hadn't met my king yet. My king hadn't found me yet. So I knew that I could not teach this little boy how to be a man. And so be thankfully that I had a community, my church members, like everyone around me had a stable foundation to where I knew that if my son went to a certain event, he will be cared for. He will be shared the right type of love. Nothing was dysfunctional. And he would see God-fearing men, period.
Yes.
And so you guys didn't see it, but I got a bit emotional with the Family Creates community, because I'm trying to figure out, number one, why do we not have those leaders back in the community? And then number two, when we have these households that have a deficit, why are we not inclined to go and seek out the resources? If the family is the community, and the community creates the nation, and yet we see so much dysfunction in the family and the nation, why are we not? And you guys' thoughts and perspectives, why are we not seeking the resources to ensure that dysfunctionality doesn't continue? I don't know. That's kind of a loaded question, but that's a loaded question. But y'all are the ones that I know you can answer it.
For me, because that's what we teach is family structure.
Right.
And the reality is because of what occurred to our people. We just have to keep it real. Yeah. We were cut off from our culture, and your culture is what influences the mindset. So if you're not being taught proper family morals, if you're not being taught to respect the woman, and if you're not being taught to respect the man, if you're being taught the women are whores and the women are being taught that men are dogs, then we have to understand that the reason why we're in this disdain situation is due to us being miseducated. And when you're miseducated, you miss it, right? You're misinformed, which means that you're going to be misguided, which means that you're going to end up on the wrong path. So the reason why we're going in opposite directions is because of the information that has been embedded into our consciousness through lyrical content, okay, in songs, and hip hop. I'm talking about gangster rap specifically. So these things have brought toxicity into our family structure. And then you add drugs and alcoholism. Then you deal with the abuse that individuals have suffered verbally and physically from family members supposed to love them, right? And then you're dealing with outside forces. So now you have outside and inside forces that are mistreating. And so a lot of us, we suffer mentally. And that's why we're unstable, because when your mind is out of control, your life is out of control, because we live the way we think.
Yeah, I can. I call you Sister Chief. I can totally understand where you're coming from, where it seems as if there's no one that's helping those individuals. When I grew up, my mom, she was the neighborhood mom. I grew up in the hood, so to speak, and she took all of the children under the wings. She cared, for the moms that were sick. And at that time, it was a lot of people on drugs, and a lot of kids were displaced or what have you. She would go to the grocery store and she would, assist and help these people. So, I'm not sure if it's because I'm away from a lot of the faith groups or what have you. I worked for a Catholic hospital for a long time, and they were continuing to do that, but they were doing it from their on the outside. They were not just in the neighborhood and neighbors doing for neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure, you know, where the breakdown has happened. You know, it is a huge breakdown. I'm not sure if it's because I'm not there to see it, or if it's literally, you know, I'm not sure where the breakdown is happening.
Well, again, I'm sorry, Brother Alton, you were going to say something?
No, I was getting ready to say, I know where it's happened, where it's at. It's exactly what I said. You know, it's people not being taught.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the reality.
It's not the
you
same.
know, it's like it's like your parents. We can't fault each other for not knowing certain things, right? We are all a product of our environment, whether that's positive or negative.
Right.
You know, the reason why I treat her like a queen is because my grandfather taught me that. Like you said, good sister, there were men in my community, and frankly, all those men had some type of spiritual structure, whether they was a Christian or Muslim. I can't speak for everybody, but
Right.
you know, I'm from New York, so in my neighborhood, they were either Christian or they were Muslim,
Right.
because we had the fruit of Islam that was there.
Right.
You know, we had the Christian brothers that was there, and I'm
Right.
talking about the men that impacted my life were Christian or Muslim,
Right.
and I just have to keep it real.
Right.
And they all had structure. They all had that spiritual structure, that moral structure.
That's where it's at.
And that's where it's at.
Right.
You know, like me, I raised my son to respect women. I never told my son, oh, just do what you do. No. I told my son to be responsible, to not be sexually involved with a woman, you know, if he wasn't ready to be able to take care of a family. Yes, I did say that. Most of us were taught, oh, just do your thing. It's a part of manhood, you know, being a player. And that's the reason why a lot of us act like boys, because we're taught to play.
There it is.
You know, even we talk, you know, what's your game, right? See, toying, you know, toying, playing, right? I didn't raise my son to play. And she'll tell you when she met me, I didn't play with her either.
And I went,
You understand? You know,
Right.
so we had two mature adults
Right.
that put things on the table, and we were transparent with each other. And I never seen any woman, period,
Right.
as a sex toy,
Right.
because I was raised to respect a woman, and that was instilled in me. And plus, I'm gonna be frank with you, I seen what happened to my mother and what happened to and this is very personal to me, because I seen what happened to my mother because of her not having a good man. And then I seen what happened to my aunties because of the same reason. But then I seen what happened when my aunties have a good man.
Mm.
I seen my grandmother with a good man. My grandmother was married to my grandfather, Alton Walden Sr., until he transitioned. My auntie, Queen Esther, has been married to my Uncle Ronnie, which is not my uncle biologically, but through marriage. She had been with him almost as long as I've been living. And I'm going on 46 years old.
Wow.
You understand? And my auntie Penny has been married to my Uncle Ray, you know, for about good 20, 30 years.
Wow.
So I know what it looks like to see a good man, and I know what it's like to see a not so good man. I know what it's like to see a man that's there, that's actually doing something. And I know what it's like to have a man there. It's like he's there physically, but he's not there mentally.
Yeah.
So honestly, we both understand, my
Right.
wife and I, that it's not enough for us to be together physically. We have to be together in both perspectives, spiritually and naturally.
Yes.
Right? And this has to be divine. And this is why a lot of people mess up, because they don't have the spiritual structure that we once upon a time had.
Come
right?
on.
We once upon a time were connected. We believed in divine connection in marriage. That is an African way. We are together. Listen, my relationships prior to it failed. You know why? Because it wasn't in divine alignment.
Right.
They were not tailor-made in heaven to suit my life, so they didn't fit. That's why she fit, because she was meant to be here. It's just not because of how beautiful she is, because she's a very attractive woman to me.
Yes, she is beautiful.
You know yes. Externally and internally.
Yes.
So, but see, I ain't know her, at one point, so I just had the external. So that's what got her, brother. You understand? I had to make my move.
To tell the truth, Tuesday, yeah.
I had to make my move. She bad, I'm going. The only thing she gonna do is tell me no. I'll be all right. And then, I see she's as beautiful inside as she is outside. And so, honestly, real talk though, I had met some women prior to her, and I'm getting ready to end, I promise. I met some women prior to my wife, and they were nice looking women too. And it wasn't that they were, it wasn't like they did anything. A couple of them, it wasn't that they didn't do anything wrong. Some of them they did. I had to shut that down. But spiritually though, honestly, they were everything I was looking for in that perspective out. But there was other things that it didn't gel. It didn't gel. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, listen, man, I'm gonna let the spirit lead me, not my flesh. Because see, if my flesh led me, I would have never met her.
Right.
But I let the spirit lead me, and the spirit kept telling me, no, 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 no. And when I met her, I heard it plain as day. She's the one. I'm talking about the first day I met her. That never happened to me in my life. In fact, I thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And, and I was losing my fruity pebbles, Kind of like silly rabbit tricks of a kid. You understand? So I'm riding home. I'm hearing this. She's the one. So I'm like, what? I said, nah. I'm moving too fast, brother. She gave you some kisses. Maybe you kind of come off that kiss high. Then she rubbed your head.
Oh.
You know what? That was a lot.
Too much for you. Too much for you.
It's the truth, man. But anyway,
I love it.
I did hear it in my spirit, and so we connected. Divinely, man. We really did. Like, I fell in love with my wife before any physical contact. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, I was already, and this is no lie, I was already in love with my wife before we actually did anything physical. Right. You know what I'm saying? It really was her spirit, her character, and I was like, okay, she's the one.
And I had a ring on my finger before he set foot in my house.
Come on now. Come on.
That's the truth.
I
never put no pressure on her. I never put no pressure. Because that's her body. I've never been one of those guys that gave no woman no ultimatum like that. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
That, and me, I always have respected a woman. I'm serious. See, I thank goodness the Creator created me like that. That's how she knew part of the reason why because I never even talked to her about, like, I never even.
No naked pictures.
None of that.
Naked pictures.
None of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
No twerking photos or whatever they call them.
When I was single, my single days, I did what I did, man. So it was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing is a woman with character, because I recognize that her body isn't going to keep us married. It's her character. It's her character, not her body. You know what I'm saying? Not how pretty she is. It's character. It's her maturity. You understand? And I've been in situations where, okay, she attractive, you know what I'm saying? But she pretty ugly, if you understand what I'm saying. Pretty on the outside, but with an ugly spirit.
Ugly on the inside.
Yeah, I've been through that before. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I don't care what she look like. Nah.
Right.
I want some peace up here.
Right.
You understand? A man should be able to have peace, and the woman as well, should have some peace in their house, man. It should be a place of serenity and not war. Yes. I'm gonna leave it right there.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 up in this joint. I'm already seeing it. I'm just saying, y'all be prepared. I don't know. We gotta get there. Look, I got folks dropping the mic on Facebook. Okay, they dropping the mic because they like y'all just spitting these gems. Oh my God, spirit led. Yes. What else we got? This is so true. We got people tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning into the Inner Chi Show, guys. My name is Chi Smith. We have Alton and Dana Walden the third that is gracing us with their presence on tonight. Guys, we're talking about family. Okay, tonight we're talking about family, and we're talking about the union. We got to get back to the union between man and woman. Let me be clear. I'm not stuttering when I say that either. So I love y'all. I love you. Tonight we're talking about union between man and woman. I'm just saying. Okay, is that okay to say? I love. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, look, no judgment. Oh, no judgment. Y'all know, no judgment. I'm just saying. Tonight we do, and we love for everybody to spread love. But tonight we're talking about this union right here, Alton and Dana Walden, who believes in family, who have illustrated family since I've been knowing them. They have not faltered. They have been true to who they are. You can feel their spirits everywhere they go. It is truly divine. You can understand a divine connection between the both of them, and you can see the love. I mean, these two work with each other 24/7. Okay, so they do everything.
Everything together.
Everything.
Oh, glory.
Everything.
I'm sorry. I just started quickening. I had a revelation.
I'm not fooling with you.
Me either, Sister Chi.
I got a license to drive.
Y'all look. If y'all knew this connection, y'all will understand why we having a good time tonight. I'm telling this brother and sister to me. Okay, this brother and sister to me. So look, we got Sister Shanrika. Thank you so much, Queen, for joining. Yes, peace and love, prosperity, Queen. Hey, girl. Yes. So you guys said a lot. We talked about structure. We talking about, but one thing that kept standing out as you guys both were sharing was not just necessarily the structure, but a standard. And it,
no doubt.
Before we go to commercial break, look, it is understood that we have lost the standard. Many people within the family dynamic do not even understand that there should be a standard. Therefore, we are entertaining things that are not adding to the true foundation of family. Therefore, we don't have the necessarily structure. Therefore, things are faltering, things are dysfunctional. There's no solid foundation built on anything. And that's because we lack standard. We really do. And clearly, both of you had standards prior to meeting each other, and you were not going to let that wall down for anything. You had your standard. You knew your worth. You knew your value. You knew your significance. And that is, I believe, is from Chi Smith's perspective, I feel that that's what's missing a lot of times, is setting a standard for ourselves, governing our own selves based off of our own standard. Many people don't have a standard. We're looking for other people to create that standard for us so we can feel validated in the eyesight of others. Therefore, we give other people the power over us, and we trying to figure out why we then fell out on the floor and can't figure out the light of day and searching for whatever. Okay, so I'm just saying, very quickly before we go to commercial break, what would you guys say regarding standard? Should there be a standard for the family dynamic?
Yes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So yes, there should be a standard for the family dynamic. There should be a standard, even when it comes to the interaction in the house. I always say peace be within the walls of this home and prosperity within the palaces. So there should be a standard. There should be a standard on what a husband and wife does. You know, there should be a standard or a line cross where the kids can't cross this line, the husband can't cross this line. There should be a level of respect. There should be something in place.
Brother Alton, you haven't? Okay. He said, and that's that.
I did all my talking. She got to bring the heat too. You understand?
I love it. That's right. Share a little balance. Okay, today's word was balance. Yes. Well, guys, thank you so much. Hang on right quick for me. We're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
www.energia.com.
What is an autoimmune disease, you may ask? It is a condition in which your immune system attacks your body. The immune system responsibility is to guard against germs like bacteria and viruses. When it senses these foreign invaders, it sends out a signal of fighter cells to attack them. In an autoimmune disease, the immune system confuses parts of your body, like your joints or your skin, as foreign. It releases proteins called autoantibodies that attack healthy cells. Autoimmune diseases can target one or more organs. For example, type 1 diabetes damages the pancreas, while others like lupus affect the whole body. With NRFG, they help everyday people such as yourself with understanding their conditions, help them manage it, and build a long-lasting healthy lifestyle. Of course, this is through holistic practices and home remedies. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join the NRFG journey.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Inner Chi Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Listen, if you missed the first half of the show, it's okay. Go back and press what? That replay. Listen, because this is phenomenal. This is good information for you, your family members, your grandparents, your aunties, uncles, cousins, aunties, nephews, everybody. Okay, and huddle around and put this on the big screen. Okay, you didn't pay all that money anyway. I know you got you a new TV that you put on the wall for Christmas. Okay, so put the Inner Chi Show up and put on replay and watch it and have a family discussion. Because while we talking about family tonight, now the first half of the Inner Chi Show, we talked about the importance of family. And if I didn't know any other couple that knew the importance of family, it is absolutely brother and sister Alton and Dana Walden, the third, as I will put the third on there because you're the third generation of it. So I gotta say it, brother. So, I'm just saying, you know what they say, you correct people every time they say it wrong. I ain't gonna get it wrong because that's it right there. So, but what I want to go next, let us segue into understanding the importance of family, why family is important. Mm-hmm. But you guys love each other so much and you work so well with one another that you started a doggone family business. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And quite a few. Quite right. Quite
That's
a few.
right.
I hear y'all say all the time, serial entrepreneurs. And when I tell you guys, please go check them out. I will absolutely have their social media handles and how you can follow them and reach them and contact them. But please go follow them on all of their social media handles, because when I tell you that they are in the community, they are nationwide, they are international, they are giving, they are putting a spice on this thing called family business. And not only that, but financial freedom. And to see the evolution of what you guys have done in the time frame that I've known you, this is doggone me phenomenal. I mean, you know, if I can say breaking news, joining the team, you know,
we're proud to have you.
and helping to. Look, I had to when I saw it. I was like, I will be a fool, you know what I'm saying? But it works, you know, and it works well with the current industry that I'm into. So it just makes sense to roll it all out together. But talk to the people about Sky Legacy Financial Services. Like, you know, you guys were doing a few things before that, and then it was like, boom, Sky Legacy Financial Services, and it is taken off. It is blessed. It is, you guys are doing things and you're touching families.
That's right. That's
in
right.
a way that, like, oh my gosh. So how does Sky Legacy come about, and why do it? Why even do it? Why help families regarding financial freedom? What was it about this baby right here that you just had to share with the world?
Well, you know, my wife and I, we're very passionate about it because we both come from two rough areas. You know, she and I both have seen poverty. And like what I like to say, we're not from Hollywood, we're from the hood, you know. And I personally know what it is to have been on welfare. And this is no knock to anybody that's on there because I never forget where I come from. I just know that there's better. I believe that we have the power to get wealth.
Mm.
I believe that we should prosper both spiritually and naturally. And I seen poverty. I know what it is to go to the corner store to get credit at the corner store. I know what it is when the adults around you can't even give you minuscule amounts of money.
Mm.
I know what that's like. I seen my friends go through it. My friends, both of their parents on drugs, and unfortunately, they were so strung out on drugs to where my friends was like 10 years old and 11 years old and stealing and selling drugs because that's how bad it was, right? So my passion is there because I desire to see people live their best life. You know, I receive information from individuals that look like me, that gave me financial information, my wife being one of them. But prior to my wife, I was already retired because of the information I was taught. And I was able to retire because of budgeting. And because of me applying those strategies that I was taught and having a plan and working the plan, and I seen that I was able to fully retire at 39, I'm like, whoa. You know, it was surreal, Sister Chi. I mean, I'm serious. I woke up after I left my job, after everything was in place, you know, and I did the budget, you know, and that's why I'm a big person that believes in that because it also positioned me to be able to invest. So not only just in real estate, I was investing in the stock market before I met my wife.
Mm.
You understand? So, you know, I recognize that if we just are taught the right information and we apply it, it will empower us. And we will be able to see our families be able to generate generational wealth. And I was like, wow, I'm able to pass on wealth to my son. I had life insurance for a long time. I mean, when I was in the military, I had it, you know, and I recognized that wow, I'm able to leave him an inheritance. And with that being said, you know, like family members, our eldest son had passed away, you know, in my case, not my wife's case, but in my case, you know, my father and grandfather unfortunately transitioned. And guess what? I had nothing other than what I had already built, right? So that's the reason why I say that it's imperative that we build a financial structure so that way we can pass down wealth instead of generational broke. And that's what we like to say. We come to end generational broke and we want to see generational wealth because life insurance is a wealth creating and transferring tool. When you have cash value life insurance, you're able to be your own bank. Things of that nature. Queen, you want to add to it?
Not really. You've done a good job, but I will say that when it comes down to, he said that he was 39 years old when he retired. I remember after us getting together, just asking him, well, what is it what are the numbers? What did you calculate in order to come off your job or to, you know, after you retired to know that you never had to go back to a job or what have you, or had to get a side job? What's your freedom number? Mm-hmm. So I began to calculate myself what I would need in order to come off my job because I left my job a couple years ago also. And so what I calculated with, you know, I said, okay, well, I don't have a retirement pension that's coming in constantly, but I do have a 401k. Mm-hmm. So what I did, and he and I, we did together, is to take that money and to go purchase properties that will bring me to my freedom number, so I won't have to stay on the job that I was on. I worked for the hospital manager in the medical staff for about 16 years. So I had to accumulate enough income in order for me to get off that job. So when I think about other individuals, and one of the tools that I use to come off the job or what have you, I think about other individuals and knowing that cash value life insurance can also give them the very same opportunity. At that time, I didn't have cash value life insurance, but I had another vehicle parked in my garage that was accumulating cash that I could use.
Right.
I didn't have to go to the bank and say, "Could you give me money?"
You sound like I didn't have to.
Right? I didn't have to go anywhere and get a loan. I was my own bank. I went and got my own money, and that's what helped me to get off my job.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Y'all better be writing this down. Okay. I mean, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. And look, what's your freedom number? Many people who watching tonight may not have a freedom number. They don't even know. They probably didn't even know that it existed. They still was trying to figure it out. I want to leave this job. I need to leave this job. It's adding to my health conditions. I ain't never had this many health conditions. You know, they paying me pennies. I'm fighting with corporate. HR don't want to take my phone calls and return my emails. I've been here for 15 years and ain't nobody trying to talk about give me no raise. Told me to go get a degree. Went and got a degree and they still want to give me 10 cents of a raise. Y'all, this is what we dealing. This is what we dealing with.
That's a whole nother long story there.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that helped to contribute to me leaving my job. You know, on the day that I married my husband, I just took the day off to go get married, and came back. I had an office off of Fort Lauderdale Beach. I had an office with 6 windows facing the beach. When I got back after that day, they had removed all of my furniture out of my office and relocated me somewhere else to some little place. You know, it wasn't even in the same building. And so when they did this, they say they were giving me a 2-cent raise. So I say, you mean 2%? No, they say 2 cents. That means 1 penny, 2 penny. You know, so I was like, wait a minute. And this is where standard, this is where standard kicks in. I had a standard. If I don't stand for something right here and now, I'll fall for anything. Mm-hmm. So I say, look, let me tell you what. I'll work my plan. I'll plan my work and I'll work my plan.
That's right.
And that at that particular point, I began to put a plan in place in order for me to come off that job. And plus, when I first got the job, anyways, I said this was going to be my last job 16 years ago. And it is what it is.
Manifest that thing.
Yes. So, I just want to say in the way of people coming off their job, I know we're talking about finances and Sky Legacy or what have you. Have a plan in place. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Don't just hop off your job because you're mad.
That's right.
Make sure you got your ducks in a row. If you're getting a house, get it before you leave or what have you. Because just because you're self-employed, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a cakewalk. I'm telling you now, when they start asking you for your W-2s and you don't have them in line, you're claiming a loss every year. You're not getting anything because they feel that you're a liability and that you're not worthy of their loan to get a car. You're not worthy of their loan to get a house. You're not worthy of their loan to get just about almost anything. Think before you leap. I would be the first to say that. Mm-hmm. Think before you leap when it comes into going into full-time self-employment.
That's right.
Wow. So let me ask you, so as it relates to life insurance, so let's say there are people who are tuning in tonight and say, I got life insurance, but they didn't know that they could really benefit from their current life insurance they have in place while they're still living. A lot of people are getting life insurance and bless them. They're getting life insurance because the narrative has been Get it so when you transition, you can leave an inheritance.
Mhm.
Meanwhile,
It's
they
money
might be
right
struggling before they transition. It, you know, I people don't understand that they can use their life insurance to their advantage while they're still living.
there. And that's where the cash value part come in at, because with a term policy, you can't do that. It doesn't have a cash value, which is having an interest bearing savings account attached to it that's tax free, according to tax code 7702A. Okay, which enables them, to be able to put a certain amount of money in there annually, which is called a modified endowment contract that allows them to put excess an excessive amount of dollars in there.
Thousands.
Without them being taxed. So you can
Mm.
put that number of money up in there, say it's 100,000. If you go over 101, you're gonna get taxed.
Right.
Right? So it enables you to be able to have tax-free money, man. Right now, currently with the company that we're with, you're able to get 5.47% annually on your money. Whereas a traditional bank, you're going to get 0.001%. And if you put $1 million in there, you're only going to get $1,000 off it. That's no return at all on your money. You could take that million and make, especially us being real estate investors, we could take that million and generate passive income and make more than that on one property every month. And you talking about just making $1,000 a year? No, that's absurd. Make your money work for you instead of you working for it. And that's what cash value life insurance enable you to do, because you're able to get a loan against that money. You don't have to be concerned about collateral. You don't have to be concerned about a credit score.
Getting
Okay.
rejected.
Exactly. The only thing is this right here. You have to have enough money in that policy to get a loan against it. So it's not like if you got $100, you're gonna be able to get $1 million. No, it don't work like that.
Gotta build it up.
That's right. You got 100, you're gonna get 100. Yeah, you understand? So that's the thing right there. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. It's just like a bank account. You put a 1,000 in there, where you're only gonna be able to withdraw 1,000. Period. And that's how it is with the cash value life insurance policy. But the thing is with that though, is that you get that 5.47%. That's why it's better than a bank, because your money grows. So whatever you put in there, you're going to get 5.4% on that money.
And also,
I'll leave it at that.
Yes, and also with this life insurance, you get living benefits. If there's a terminal illness, you can get a lump sum.
Mm-hmm.
If there's chronic or critical illness or what have you, you can
right.
get a lump sum. It's
and critical
these
injury.
Critical injury. These are benefits that you can use while you're alive. You don't have to be 6 foot under before you tap into the benefits that you have paid for however long you paid for
them.
Yeah. Y'all, this is information that a lot of people just do not know.
Yes, it's a dual benefit. And then the family benefit from it, because you leave them an inheritance. So the policy owner and the beneficiaries, like it's called beneficiary, they should be able to benefit, and that's what we love about it, because the person is able to enjoy their cash while they're alive as well. It benefits them too.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, because I know some people are tuning in and they're like, man, these are lovely people. I love their spirit. They know what they're talking about. They're fully aware of what life insurance, cash value, living benefits, all of that. If someone came to you and said, hey, I currently have life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know everything about what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Would you accept them as a client and be able to help them understand what they have? And do they have to immediately turn over to Sky Legacy, or can they stay where they are, or what makes sense? Help, because I know some people are going to be some people are already in the chat saying very informative, so you've already captured their attention, which hence the reason for tonight. because we want to share that information. I want them to understand who Sky Legacy Financial Services is. But some people may say, "Hey, I've been having this current policy for 15 years," but they've never known this information though. Okay. So how would you help a new client or someone who will be calling you guys and are following you and sending you a quick message? What's that process for a new client?
Excellent question. Would you like to answer, Spill?
Well, they can visit us at skylegacyfinancialservices.com. We have a calendar out there you can click on for your free consultation and get on the calendar, and we'll be glad to speak with you. Absolutely. In regards to your policy, and also to help you align with perhaps maybe something additional that you may need.
And additionally, what we would do is we would go over their current plan. We would like to see what is the benefits that they have with that current policy that they have, right? And we would try to, not necessarily try to, but what we would do is evaluate that and look at something that's going to be more suitable for them, and also that's going to stay within their price range, right? So we would definitely look into the companies that we're with, because my wife and I, we're independent life insurance brokers. So we work with multiple life insurance companies. We're not a captive life insurance agent, which means that they only can work with one particular company that they're with. We can help them with several companies that will fit their life insurance needs that they're looking for. So that's what we would do.
Tailor-made.
Yes, I like that. Yes, definitely. We have it tailor-made to suit their needs.
Exactly.
And so let's say after meeting with you and they want to transfer to you, is there any penalties? Because as we know, we live in a world where, companies don't want to let go of their, long-standing clients, and there's a transfer. I mean, even down to the, telecom, right? Hey, you may be a Verizon person. You go over to, AT&T or Sprint, whoever else.
No, there's a penalty, something wrong.
Charge you a penalty
with mortgages. I understand they do have, in some cases, prepayment penalties.
Right. Life insurance is not like that. You call them and you tell them that that's it. That's it.
Let them go cry in the car. They can go cry in the car.
Hey, they have to look out for them and their family. It's personal. It's about the client and their family.
Love it. And thank you, Queen, so much for putting in the chat. Perfect. So Miss Yvonne asked for that in the chat. Awesome. Guys, thank you. This is awesome. I really appreciate it.
Welcome, family.
This was so needed. Look, family business is possible.
That's right. Possible. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, indeed.
Also
learning how to start business. I mean, we could do another segment, because people really need to learn, because see, we had to learn that too, is business structure. So before my wife and I, now we still learn some things after the fact now. Don't get us wrong. However, when we started though, we did know at least the basics. How to start a business, registering your business, getting your Duns and Bradstreet number so you can get business credit, so you won't exhaust your personal funds. So we can come back on, because we actually we help people with that as well. We help small business owners with that, to get business credit and business funding. We also help people with their personal credit, because sometimes your personal credit will get looked at with certain business credit companies. They want to see whether or not you're credit worthy to get credit, right? So that's that. It's imperative that we do both. We do both, because some hard money lenders do look at your personal credit. Like if you're real estate investors like my wife and I, they will look at that too. But that's a totally different segment. We can come back and we can discuss that as well.
Yeah, I think that's definitely needed. And we may have you guys again. This is Money March. So look, Who ain't looking for some type of credit, personal or business, okay, and looking for more of it. So I definitely think if you guys, if time permits, we can get you back on before the end of the month, and maybe that, that can close us out, because again, that's credit is king. We hear it. It really is. People using credit, and they not, business credit, that is definitely, as they are working on their personal credit, but they're absolutely flourishing and living their best life via their business credit. But a lot of people just may not know that process. So again, thank you both so much for lending your time.
And thank you for inviting us. We appreciate it.
Long overdue, definitely long overdue. But what I want to do is just give you guys the floor for a couple of minutes and both share from both perspectives, and or if one person speaks for both, I'm totally okay with that. But share with the people who are tuning in. Again, we are across several platforms and very diverse group. Families look different. Family business look different. No business, trying to start a business, trying to understand, should I get my family in business? But if you can just share with the people, just give them some words of wisdom, words of love, words of light on the importance of family. And if they can create family business, why that will be important too, that will be phenomenal.
Okay, wonderful. Well, again, as we discussed in the intro, that the family structure is the foundation to the community. And again, the community makes up the nation. And if the family foundation is weak, the community will be weak and the nation will be weak. It's very important for us to be on one accord. Okay, love is a superpower. Okay, morality is the basis of the family. So it's imperative that we have a spiritual base. We have a financial base, and we also have a health base as well, because health contributes to your mental faculty as well. So it's imperative that we understand the structure. And so we have a healthy family, okay, we'll birth healthy citizens in society, and we'll have a healthier social interaction with one another.
Yes, and I think that it's imperative that we understand unity, and how, with unity, we can all stand.
That's right.
So I think that's something that's imperative to be taught in the family structure, is unity.
Well said.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. If you don't mind, hang tight for me for just a little bit while we close out the Energy Show, okay? All right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I told you. Gem dropping. It was phenomenal. And I really hope and pray that you receive some great things on tonight. Family is important, guys. Family is important. The family unit is so important. Let's get back to family. Let's get back to structure. Let's get back to community. Let's get back to love. Let's get back to standards. Let's get back to understanding each and everyone's role, respective roles in the family. Look, everybody don't know how to cook macaroni and cheese, okay? So don't beat up the family member who can't make. Maybe they good at making, sweet potato pie. I don't know. But let them be great at what they do while you are great in what you do, and then marry the two. Marry the two. You heard it first from brother and sister Alton and Dana Walden the third. Okay? I'm going to say the third every time because that's who he is. That's who they are. They brought fire tonight. Straight fire. My pleasure, queen. As always, we're always bringing gems, okay? That's right. Family, unity, and love. That's what it's all about. Whatever your family dynamic looks like, and that's the key. Whatever your family dynamic looks like, we hope and pray that you receive the gems that you were supposed to receive tonight, and then to also allow it to filter into creating that dynamic family business so that it continuously excels and feeds the generations that are to come. They have a lot of sweat equity in what they do. they love the people that they are serving, and we love them for being here. So guys, we came in peace. We leave you in peace. We really appreciate you tuning in. Please continue to like and share this broadcast. Guys, we are on several platforms, and so I really appreciate you tuning in tonight. We will be back next week with another fabulous guest. But tonight, guys, look, 2 thumbs up on my end. We love you. See ya.
She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy, to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.